Hello, welcome to OMAT. Glad you're here. Glad you came. We're about to do 8 one-minute exercises. It's so short. What a short amount of time. How could we possibly make a difference in our lives with these short little exercises? Here's what I want us to think about today. Imagine a splinter at the bottom of your foot. Yes, it hurts. Now, pull it out. It's gone completely. What a small piece of wood and what a big impact it could have on our body and mind. The same for small changes. They count. They make and generate big impact. So before we poo-poo the little change, the small little positive step, let's take notice. Let's celebrate those little changes. They're wins. Let's win with this. Let's take these small steps that when we repeat, they become this bigger thing. Now don't forget, negative steps, when we repeat those, they compound. So that's why we're noticing. That's why we celebrate. Oh, that's the thing I wanted to do. That's the thing I didn't want to do. I'm going to notice it and move on. Let's get into our OMAT program. Where are you today? Right now, we're in our practice. Let's get in there, not just physically, mentally. So we can take our physical selves and move it around to remind us exactly where we are. Nothing needs our attention. We can get into our practice by going into our first exercise here of gratitude. Now we are practicing, because all day long we're practicing sarcasm, we're practicing rolling our eyes. We have plenty of practice. Those muscles are being used. Right now we're practicing with other muscles. Let's warm them up. Let's look for any kind of gratitude right now. Let's wrap that first exercise and find our water. And we're allowed to have our water even if that muscle felt a little rusty today. Sometimes when I'm about to do an exercise, all these other thoughts come into play and I hear that circus music, and here we're practicing slowing down. We're practicing taking time. This is our time. Let's take it. Let's take it for meditation right now. Let's, if we lose our focus, come back to it. And that's the entire practice. We're going to interrupt what we would be thinking of, ask ourselves to think about that later, give ourselves permission. We don't have to stop thinking about it forever. It's just for now. Let's practice for now, sitting in any comfortable position, eyes opened or closed, and breathe. As we come back, let's find our water. Let's find a way to find satisfaction in the work that we just did. Even if it didn't go anywhere near what we expected or wanted it to, we're going to get to practice moving on. Let's write it down. You don't like what just happened? Write it down. You like what just happened? Write it down. Don't want to think about what just happened? Write down, I don't want to think about it anymore. That's how much it doesn't matter what you write. Allowing yourself to write, even through the fear, is great. So let's practice it right now. Let's wrap the thought for now. Let's leave that thought alone for now. Finding the water, allowing the water to help us transition. Look, we already did something else. Let's keep going. Now we're going to do something else again, and we're practicing that. Let's do something else. Let's stand if we can stand. I'm going to walk us through a sun salutation. Do any of the poses, some of the poses, all of the poses. Listen to your body. If it hurts, that's not the right pose. None of this is supposed to hurt. When it hurts, stops. If it hurts, stops. It stops. Let's get going. All right, inhale the arm out and up. Keep inhaling. Reach up. If that feels good, stay there for another moment. When you're ready, fold forward. And we're going to hang over our feet. Our back is nice and rounded. Our knees could be as bent as we want them to be. It could feel like my stomach is laying on my lap. That's fine. When you're ready, halfway lift. Flatten the back so it's parallel to the ground. Head up, knees straight. And let's get into a high plank pose. Plant your palms down, step your feet back. And when you get there, lower your body all the way down to the ground. Point your feet. Now push the palms and your chest will come up. Your head will come up, look up. When you're ready, exhale into a down dog by bending your knees and hips up into an upside down V. Once you're ready, walk forward with your legs, meeting your hands again, and start rolling up. Hands above the head if you can, and exhale them down to the center of the chest. Maybe pause there for a moment. Maybe you're 2 steps behind, that's fine. If you enjoyed a pose for a little bit longer, you indulged, good for you, have some water. And our body is nice and warm. We felt a little bit of the strength that it has. Let's use that in this plank pose, in this all of our muscle working pose. And we can go on our hands, on our forearms. We can put our knees down, whatever pose works for you. But we're doing it. Let's be willing. Let's find that strength. Let's go together in 3, 2, 1. Start your plank right now. Start it up. Don't worry about what time we're doing what. Right now, it's planking. We don't have anything else to worry about. And we're in for 10 seconds. Congratulations. Celebrate each second that you are up here. It is a very challenging pose. Good on you. You're in for 20 seconds. Congratulations. Let's say you have to come down. Can you hold for a second or 2 longer before you've convinced yourself that it's time to come down? That's 30 seconds. You've now thought that you needed to come down, but stayed a little bit longer. Can you keep that process going? If you're not hurting yourself, stay there for 20 more seconds. Find the strength. How do you do that? Mind and body are working together, saying, I can do this. Look how I'm doing it. And I have 10 more seconds in me. It is the countdown. I understand that. I'm going to find the strength. Do it as strong as my mind and body can today for 3, 2, 1, and you're done. Let's take some time. Come down off your plank. Get into a stretch pose if you want. Find your water. Find a little credit. Find a way to celebrate. After every one of these exercises, you can inhale your arms up, reach back, pat yourself on the back. I like to do a little shoulder shake, whatever you want. You might hear from my home a little whoop whoop every time I decide to celebrate a little win. Celebrate it. You earned it. Let's keep going. Let's break some procrastination. Let's tell ourselves to do something so small. It feels insignificant, but we're going to do it and then believe in ourselves next time we say we're going to do something. Let's take action because it's action time. Find the smallest thing and do it now. Let's wrap the task for now. Finding the water. Finding some satisfaction in looking for a small task, in making it significant enough to actually follow through on. And whatever happened in that last minute, it's gone. Let's keep going. Let's look to connect. We are looking to connect, looking to see where our connections are. Who makes us laugh? Who do we turn to when we're about to cry, when we get angry? Who do we go to when we don't want to have emotions? Let's look into connecting. Maybe we say hi to one of those people. Let's practice right now. Let's wrap for now. Finding the water. Finding that connection comes in all kinds of ways. It could feel a little funny to be in that vulnerable spot. It could be funny to look for what friend, who does, how many, doesn't matter. Let's move on. Look how we already did something. We drank water. We're already busy doing other things, so let's keep going. We are now in practice of moving on. So let's move into our final exercise of aerobics, meaning do anything. Get your heart rate going if you can. If you need to go slower, but let's move and let's start in 3, 2, 1. Move your body. Move your body. Now is the time. If you haven't started, start now. We are now 10 seconds in. How does that feel? If it feels good, use that energy. If it doesn't feel good, if you're not hurting yourself, don't worry about feeling satisfied right now. You're 20 seconds in. Find it in you to keep going so you could learn, I could keep going. I could go slower if I don't want to go that fast. I have the choice for 30 more seconds to keep this up. Where do you find that in you? Where is it in your body, in your mind, to keep yourself going, to motivate yourself for 20 more seconds because you find this significant and you know that you would rather do it than not do it, because at the end of 10 more seconds, you will find the satisfaction that you need, that you did the thing when you were supposed to. 3, 2, 1, and you're done. All right, those are the exercises. Have some water. Thanks for taking OMAT today.